Greetings, Calm 704. This is Ben Frazier. Just wanted to take a minute and talk to you. Real brief video announcement today. Real good discussion going. I've talked to several of you either on the phone or through email, and we're getting some great ideas on conversion and many in the celebrity studies. Keep looking at the literature, examining the literature. We're going to need solid literature reviews. And I, for week 3, have placed on the discussion board a place for you to put your 10 sources. Now, just so you know, for this week, all I'm expecting is for you to have identified 10 references of either articles or chapters or books or some sort of work like that. That at least 10, you can do more, but at least 10. And then at the end, maybe some suggestions of research that are coming out of that, 2 or 3. This is not so much for me to take a whole lot of time to grade. If you turn it in, you should get a good grade on it as long as you've done it properly by APA style. But it's for you to initiate discussion with other people who have similar ideas. Because what I'm trying to do is then find some groups of people that can work together on certain kinds of topics like that. So I really want you to put your ideas up there, and you can help each other by, if I see somebody's put some references up there, well, maybe some of those will help in the area that I'm ultimately going to be in. Maybe I'll end up being in the same group or maybe even a different group, but it'll only strengthen the literature reviews. Now, for those of you that are in, and you can put that up through the discussion board, and also you can put it, but do it there for sure. But also you can turn in your paper for me to look at through the content analysis and then assignment section. And so there's that way to do that as well. If you put it either place, I'll get it, but the importance is that it's easier for me to grade if you put it in the assignment section, and you have to have the other section there for people to begin to discuss your ideas and your references. Okay, in 3 weeks, in other words, week 6, you'll need your own, not a group yet, although you will be in groups by then, but your own annotated bibliography where you're going to be looking a page on each one of the 10 references, and I put in the content section some of the things I'm looking for in that page for each reference. So you might take a look at that briefly if you want to, and remind yourself to look at it when you begin to finish that assignment. By this time next week, we'll have all those papers in. Then I'll begin to that week, meaning next week, begin to assign you to groups. And there's sort of already some of them starting to gel. Now, some of you that are going to be in the conversion study, we're going to need to have a collaborative session fairly soon, probably next week. In fact, maybe once we get all the groups, we'll have different groups. I'll have a collaborative session with each one of your different groups to get them started. But for the conversion study, we're going to really need to look at Brenda Dervin's micro-moment timeline interview process, and so you'll need to learn that. So we'll have a collaborative session where we can learn that together, and I'll have some things for you to read on that particular area. That's the methodology. Of course, the research questions already have some, and I know you're getting others. So those of you that are doing the conversion study really need all the particularly recent within the last 10, 15 years, studies done on conversion studies. Conversion in the larger sense, which cannot necessarily even be religious conversion, but then in the more narrow sense, religious conversion, and more specific sense, I want Christian conversion, because that's what we're going to be looking at. We'll also look at the interpersonal relationship in conversion process and interpersonal communication that happens during that, and what questions are asked and that sort of thing. And also the media, what media they go to with what kinds of questions at what time. Anyway, I don't want to take long. Encourage you. You're doing good. Keep working. Email me if you have questions. And do talk to one another online. You have been doing that. Continue to do that. That's good. That will get us into the right right groups, and that will get us a good start on this paper. All right, God bless you. Have a good week. Talk to you next week. Bye-bye.